Hello.
OBS was using the wrong mic. There we go. Now we can hear me
Am I
and
back?
you. Yes, you're back. We thought we were fine, and then we
Okay.
had two immediate technical issues. But hello and welcome to Masks: A New Generation, parts 3 and 4. If we're going by volumes,
Well,
Volume
don't
2
count
issue.
chickens. Part 3. We'll see.
part
if we
3.
get to part
You're
four.
right. Part 3 right now. Part 4 coming in.
Could always go badly.
That's true. So, quick recap. What happened last time? You all stormed a secret lab.
Yeah,
Where
we did very well.
you did very well, and everything
Absolutely.
went flawlessly until someone hit
Yep.
the self-destruct button, and it
That
blew
was
up.
not me.
And you all were able to escape alongside those near you, the evil scientists who seemed that they were coerced into things financially to work for the evil science lab. You all escaped with them, just barely. And then you had a calm, reasonable talk about exactly what happened, made a detailed plan of how to improve for next time.
We didn't talk at all, actually.
No, you yelled. I think there was just
was-
yelling.
Petty bickering is what happened.
Petty bickering, yelling, insults about dead parents, you know.
Mhm.
Vendettas were sworn.
That's true. And I believe, let's see, Indigo playing Dark Magician Greg, your sister was in town from the Shadow Realm, and so you guys hung out at the mall and went shopping together.
Yeah, that's what siblings do. We go shopping.
And gave us all a math test.
Yeah.
Give
Now we have
anyone
a math test
test.
tomorrow.
Continuum, Jordan, your character decided, I'm just going to go on vacation with my mom for a bit
Yeah.
and blow up some mountains out that are in the wilderness.
My mom gave me a perfect excuse to not deal with the consequences of my actions.
So you're away for the weekend.
And I'm sure your brother's fine with it.
Yeah, he's fine.
Part about super teen plans is that the things that the super teens cannot control is the constant influx of super villains. So no matter what we're doing, it still could just be villains.
I mean, there is the classic superhero thing where the superheroes go halfway across the world on vacation and a supervillain shows up anyways.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You're trying to have a conversation and you get a call for a supervillain, you gotta wrap it up real fast and pretend like you just try to get out of there.
Yep. Conduit, you were investigating the little evidence remaining after A, the lab blew up, and B, you blew up most of the evidence after that. And you found...
Didn't light the fuse, but yeah.
And you found the name and face of the head evil scientist at this lab. And at that same time, Oblivion, Marissa, you found that scientist's body on top of the ruins of that lab. And you immediately noped out of there, went underground to the remains of the lab itself, and then rocks collapsed, trapping you inside.
Sounds about right.
And I think it makes the most sense, if we want to start back with Liv. See where she is. But another option is we could have everyone else meet up because of the emergency meeting that was called. And Liv just doesn't have reception. You can't reach her. See what I think that also could work if you want everyone to meet up. If everyone's meeting up.
Wait, what emergency meeting?
I think the alarm went off last time.
Yeah, I
Conduit
hit the vigil
activated
signal.
the vigil
Yeah.
signal to get everyone to meet up at the base because we have an emergency thing.
Yeah.
So I guess I will ask who gets the signal and who comes.
I am a responsible flight person, and my phone was on airplane mode.
Frozen.
Okay.
Because if something was going to happen, my mom would just tell me what was going to happen.
Okay.
Now
Dark
the question is, was your mom actually just trying to get you away from this?
and Dark Magician Greg.
Sorry, I froze. Yeah, I would be at the meeting. I would go and respond to the vigil signal. That's
Okay.
it's a pain, but that's kind of the whole thing, right? We gotta respond to it.
Perfect. The conduit. One person shows up. No one else is there.
Just sort of sitting there, drinking coffee, waiting. It's like 15 minutes goes by. It's just me and Greg. um, I don't think they're coming. Greg, do you have anything like?
You hit the button.
Yeah, I hit. It's still going off. You can see it flashing on the control panel back there. Uh,
I thought the ice dimension was breaking or something. I don't.
why? Well, it turns out Dr. Vigo's dead. It was on the news, and here's what I got from the papers that were left here. And they're showing the picture of Dr. Vigo, and like the news is like still replaying that same clip of scientist found dead.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be a bit deeper than what we originally thought.
The Dr. Vigo was the person from the lab in issue 1.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay.
Little editor's note in the corner.
Yeah. There's like a
The yellow
flashback.
box.
Yeah, there's a flashback. And...
Flashback to episode to issue 1. There's Dr. Vigo's lab.
Yep.
He's dead. Do we have any, did he have any enemies other than us?
I mean, he's a evil scientist. I'm sure there's a long list.
So, what do we do? Do we have to find him, or is that just like the cop's job?
Well, I mean, he got away when we were there, but his body was found at the scene.
But is the murder our job, or is it the cop's job? Because the murder could have just been like anyone.
It's just a super scientist just exiting a self-destructing layer, gets mugged and shot on the side of the road. I don't.
I'm frozen, aren't I?
Not to us.
Oh, I missed whatever you said. But yeah,
I made a smart ass comment about him like just being mugged on the side of the road and that not being very feasible.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, no, but more or less the point is, I'm unsure of the scope of our responsibilities. Do we need to like track down the murderer, or can we just let this one go and move on to some more vigilant style threats, like space goblins?
Well, I mean, we were supposed to capture him in the first place, but
We
I mean,
can't
if you
do
feel
that.
if you feel that this line of is exhausted, then I guess we can table that and move on to issue 2. Where the fuck are the other 2?
Try calling them or you?
Yeah, I think I hit the communicator, whatever, try calling live first because damn, I don't want to hit that continuum button. Uh,
All right. I think that it would go straight to voicemail if reception. Would it say there's no signal? I don't think it, or this caller cannot reach. I think it would just go to voicemail.
I
If
think
like
so.
if it doesn't reach it.
Well, if we're calling from the supercomputer,
Did Dark Web have a virtual assistant?
Yes, but it hasn't been unlocked yet. It's like voice
No.
coded just to dark web right now.
fine, if we're calling from the regular computer.
Okay. Yeah, no, it goes straight to
Oh.
voicemail.
All right.
I don't know how normal that how regular that is for someone like Marissa. What do
Probably a very standard message of "Hello, you've reached Liv."
No, about how often do you let a call go to voicemail?
Oh, how often that thing? Let's see. Eh, not that often. It's not like I've got a lot else to be doing.
Okay.
So you not picking up would be out of character and potentially cause concern?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Liv's not answering. Do you know where
You
she
know where
went?
she went? Oh,
Oh,
jinx.
damn it.
You owe me a space coke.
Do you have any, like, you have a locator spell, or I don't really know what your...
Mostly gimmicks. I mostly just have shadow-based gimmicks. No. See, all of the higher level spells were barred. You had to pass a test. I only got the gimmicks, this cool stick, and I gesture to my dark wood stick that can touch the shadows. No.
Your father must be so proud.
Hmm.
Um,
He wanted me to do the wizard school, and
Did you look into it, maybe, or
no, I left.
anyway?
No locator spells. Can we try to trace the call? Use computer magic.
you can definitely use computer magic to investigate the situation. What is the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try to do. Investigate the situation, pay the $2 processing fee to
assess the
use a
situation?
call
There we go.
tracer website.
Yeah, you do find my iPhone. Well, last known location of Liv is here.
Yep. Okay. Roll with superior. I will switch us over to the chat log, where we shall see a dice
Right,
roll.
so I'm rolling with superior to
Yep.
assess the situation.
That's correct. Oh, also, you guys
Um,
gain one team at the start of
Yay!
each session.
Hooray.
Do you want to immediately spend that to help continue conduit
Eh.
to help with this?
You can decide that after the roll, right, or no?
You can decide that after the roll. That's true.
No. Oh, and I'm going to need a mission for this session as well.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Do I get a situational bonus for using the big kid computer?
No, you do not. Okay.
Still got a
Didn't need
10
it.
because I'm so good at this game.
Yep. You can ask 2 questions from the list, and you remember
Okay.
this is up to you to remember, but you get a +1 while acting on the answers.
All right. Do I have a list?
Yes.
Basic moves.
Here we go. So if you scroll down under defend is assess the
Ah.
situation.
What here is the biggest threat for tracking down Liv's phone? Like
So
if
I
she's not
think
picking up.
yeah, why wouldn't she be? Is she in danger?
Yeah.
You see on like the GPS map, the last known location was very recently, far too recently. She was last seen, and there's like a blinking dot over the at the restaurant that is above the secret lab. So the biggest
Okay.
threat is probably something within that lab or the lab itself.
All right. And then how could we best end this quickly, I guess? How do we quickly get her back online?
You think it's likely that she doesn't have reception. So your best way to get to her would just be to physically get in there and get her back, or whatever find out why she's there, get her back.
I thought the biggest threat would have been you needed to go through customer support. Stay on the line.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're good with that. And I think if as you find that out, we can transition over to Liv herself.
Yeah.
Liv, yeah, we see the some of the rocks near the entrance have just finished collapsing, making an even larger pile of them than before. You, even with your enhanced strength, you know it will be very difficult to move these, and it is likely that this whole place is unstable and could come collapsing down, burying you. The lab itself is charred, scorched metal, destroyed electronics. Not much left. What do you do?
So Liv is going to take a moment and just look at the rocks and, like, okay, so I'm stuck in here. Don't really know how I'm going to get it out, but one thing at a time. I came down here to find out what was going on here. I had better well at least get on with that. So I would like to assess the situation to basically figure out what was going on.
So you're just like walking around the lab through the various destroyed corridors, finding evidence and finding information.
Yeah, carefully.
Okay. Yeah, make a also a superior roll to assess, please.
All right. Definitely my best skill. I'm going to act selfishly because I don't think we should ever have team.
Okay, so how do you act selfishly in this case?
Ugh.
Is
I
it that
could say,
actually I have a perfect idea. You do
Please,
get a
sure.
signal in your phone, but you turn it off because you don't want to get distracted.
Or you don't want to get caught.
Like, we think that you don't have a signal down here, but it's a science lab. They all had cell phone signals, or like the Faraday cage got interrupted with the self-destruction, and you just keep your phone off.
I love that idea. Like, it's ringing, and I'm like, I don't have time for this right now. But the problem is that means that I could call out for help later, which kind of is a bit of an issue. Let's say in the past I already turned my phone off before actually getting the call, and I didn't realize that the call came through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a stealth mission, you don't want hit me baby one more time coming through your phone.
So you're upping your
You
superior.
put it on vibrate, damn it.
What are you moving down to?
Yeah. Up superior. In this case. There's nothing really specific that it seems like it should be downing there. Let's go with Savior. I'm cutting
Yeah.
myself off from the rest of the team.
Yeah, isolating yourself.
Oh, let's give it a shot.
And then you get to ask one question.
One question. Ha. Okay. What here can I use to find out what they were doing down here?
Okay. So as you are creeping carefully and quietly through the lab, up ahead you hear a noise, like metal moving, like it like metal clashing against. Not hard, but like as you get closer, you hear it again. It's like a piece of metal was thrown, just tossed, and it bounced once or twice and slid across the ground. And you creep towards the noise carefully, and you come to a room that you have not been in, but Conduit has. It is largely destroyed. There are charred, burnt books and bookshelves. There is twisted metal pods with blackened skeletons inside them now, many of them. And there is the remnant of a large computer at the far back, as well as some unusual looking scrap metal that seemed to be in the center before. Crouched in front of the computer is a person facing away from you. They have not heard you, and they look very familiar. You recognize
Familiar.
you would recognize the a outfit similar to your own.
There we go.
And as you watch from a distance, they reach into the scrapped computer and pull out something, look at it for a second, toss it to the side, and go reaching into the computer again. You can
Just for
use this computer probably to find information, but this person is here to.
out of clarity's sake, can I confirm that this person is indeed boundless?
You suspect they are.
Okay.
Their uniform is almost identical to what you remember them wearing, only they seem to have accessorized because they're now wearing a helmet with a sort of just complete visor that covers their face, like a black visor that they can see through but can't see back into them.
Okay. Then I think what I'd like to do is just call out softly to them, Michelle.
Okay. Um,
We'll see what happens.
yeah. Sorry, it's sort of a white visor over her face, rather. Instead of turning around, you see that she instantly disappears, phasing into the floor and vanishing.
That was not. Wait, no, I'm not going to. Uh,
And then from behind you, you feel something hit you from behind very suddenly. And she, I think, having appeared behind you, is going to like grab you with an arm around your neck and not try to hurt you, but like try to hold you. She pins you to the ground very suddenly. She hasn't said anything. Are you trying to resist this?
I think, yeah, some automatic reactions are going to kick in there. Like that's, yes, just let yourself get pinned to the ground. That seems normal. But not terribly hard. Like I'm not trying to actually hurt her in return. I'm just trying to,
You're just trying to
not
get out of it.
lose airflow. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think in this case, you're not directly engaging her. I think you're just unleashing your powers in order to pin down. You could also, I think,
Can I?
defend. Let me check if you can defend yourself, because that might be it.
Defend someone or something from an immediate threat.
Costs you exposure to dangerous situation. I think you can defend yourself. Let me double check if the book says anything, but my first impression says yes. Here we go.
Well, on a 7 to 9, it escalates the danger to yourself. So I'm not quite sure that that'll.
So I'm wrong. It says in the book you do not defend. You do not trigger the defend someone move when you're trying to keep yourself safe. It's likely to be unleashing powers or rejecting influence. You can defend yourself when another PC is threatening you, but not from an NPC. So it would actually be unleashing your powers to keep yourself
Can I
safe.
argue instead for provoke and basically, like, what are you doing? Get off me! I just want to talk, and I didn't know you were going to be here, and you let me go.
Okay, so you're trying to provoke her to let you go by presenting
Yeah.
yourself as not a threat.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that makes sense. Roll with superior.
Okay. Well,
Mark
that's
XP.
potential.
Yeah, mark potential.
I mean, you're gonna level up fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, oh, this is just great. The
Don't you
visor.
have superior?
Sorry?
I thought you had superior as one of your I thought
My
you just upped
superior
it.
is -1. The only
Oh.
reason I was going away from Unleash Your Powers is because I'm currently guilty, which is -2 to that.
Wait a
Fair.
minute, there's a -2 in that roll. If you're just
Yeah.
rolling at -1, you hit a 7.
Actually, superior says it's at 0 now because of the last selfishness. What on earth?
Yeah, superior should be at 0. Do you have a? You don't have a penalty to revoke? Are you sure?
Oh, I do. There's a penalty to provoke with guilty as well. Never mind.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, it's
well,
both
there we
there.
go.
Okay, so yeah, you hear the person you recognize as Michelle. The visor becomes transparent. in her Face. She looks down at you, angry. She says, "I think." She specifically says, "I don't know how you know my name, but you're not getting out of here alive." And as you look at her, you see she does not recognize you at all, and she seems to assume you are an enemy of hers. I think, I, I don't think she doesn't let you go, but I think she does deal a powerful blow to you emotionally because she doesn't even recognize you.
I feel like that's fair.
Yep.
Okay, so that's just roll plus conditions.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. There is a button for that. That's nice. And
That's
I level
good.
up.
That's good. Low is good.
Ooh.
So,
Well, it says miss.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
low is good on this case. On a miss, you stand
Alright.
strong, mark potential as
Oh.
normal, and say how you weather the blow. This is the one roll that you want to roll low, and you still get potential for it. So, how do you weather the blow, realizing she doesn't even remember you?
Ah, sheesh. I think it's mostly a matter of I am going to put this off to deal with later. I am not going to actually process this right now. Again, the one step at a time, the greater threat is the fact that I've been told I'm about to get killed. And while I don't want to consider who's threatening me with that, maybe I should deal with that first.
Mm-hmm. You are
the
still pinned, by the way.
Yeah.
On the plus side, if there is no prior memory, it's probably easier to erase the memories of her finding you here when you leave now.
It's exactly like the spell Modify Memory in D&D. You're good.
Yeah.
I
What could
definitely
go
less of a
feel
wrong?
like
We've
history
never
to
seen
remove.
issues with continuous use of modify
No.
memory.
Never.
there's definitely no guilt on my side from any previous actions in that regard
Okay.
here.
But yeah, no, you stand strong. You're still pinned. And you see, I think you probably have felt this. You might remember feeling this before. She starts like reaching into your body, maybe to like crush organs from the inside. As you see, you remember she has the ability to phase. She is using it. What do you
Yeah,
do?
that's not okay. As recently discussed, there's no way I'm using modify memory at this point, but I
Why
am
not?
close enough to drain
Make her
vitality
forget she's holding you.
and basically just take her out if I can manage it. So I'd go
You
with
want to
probably
rogue her?
that. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think this is a strange way of directly engaging the threat. You're both trying to take the other out.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Okay. Roll with danger.
Your organs start grabbing back.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in contact and, being pinned. Finally, I
Oh,
go!
nice.
Oh, snap. Your small intestine knows kung fu.
Turns out if she phases into you, that increases your power. Pick two.
There's more surface area to grab onto.
Yep. It's not just
I
draining
feel
her
like
from the skin of her finger. You're draining all of her finger.
resisting or avoiding her blows might be a good call right around now.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
With their hand around your heart, yes.
Yeah. You don't want to be Kali Mod.
Yep.
create an opportunity for your allies does not make any kind of sense.
You want to impress,
Uh,
surprise, or frighten her?
Impress
Yeah,
them.
I think so. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I think if I can potentially suggest this, she tries to phase, and for some reason it's not working.
Can you? I don't think you can drain
Mm.
powers too.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
It could be like the strength that she has.
I know
trying to
how it will
maintain her
happen. You just
phase.
pick which one happens, and then I'll say how she reacts to being
Okay, then
impressed.
I'll do
dismayed.
resist and impress, surprise, or frighten.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Then let me mark, because that means she will take a. And as your nemesis, she has a lot of conditions.
No, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't think I tell you what condition she takes. Based on what the book says, but she marks a condition. You can see almost like a cat having been sprayed with water. She feels like, yeah, very suddenly her energy start to get drained, and she just like leaps backwards, several feet away from, just completely and she looks at you, just turns and starts running down the hallway you came from.
I'm going to yell, Michelle, wait, and start running after her. Look after. There
Okay,
is no way.
perfect. She, as you are running, she starts waving her hand at various destroyed junk, and you see them begin to hover into the air and like throw themselves at you telekinetically. As you're running past, you absolutely will need to, even just to catch her, unleash your powers in some way to avoid this.
I'm just gonna go with, we have obviously, for sure, we've done this before at least once or twice. Like, this is practice. I'm just going to go with unleashing the powers, just to dodge,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah. So you're just relying on
Predict.
your previous experience to know her patterns.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
With freak.
Oh, freak, right.
That's an 8.
Okay.
So, do you take a condition, or is it somehow unstable or temporary?
I think this is the time to take into condition, if anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Afraid, angry, or insecure. Angry, I think.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
always the best thing to go into these situations with calm and level head. Therefore.
Definitely.
So,
yeah, you chase her down the hallway, but you just you practically dodge around her throws, reading the pattern and expecting how she will act. You she yeah, you get to the hallway. You're keeping pace with her, and she notices that when she gets she arrives at the big like entrance area. She stops and she sees the elevator is there. Obviously, it's useless now. And then she sees the huge pile of rocks there. She stops and turns, sees that you're still right behind her. She like gets into a fighting position, but she definitely is looking around. And she says, "You're not gonna kill me. She looks like she wants to say something else, but doesn't.
I stop before, cannoning any into her or triggering any of her, this is my personal space bubble defenses of that. And like, Michelle, I don't want to kill you. What are you doing here?
I think this might be you. What's the piercing her
Pierce
mask?
the mask?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. What are you really planning?
Yep.
Also, if at some point you want a dynamic entry to interrupt the situation,
Dynamic entry to Electric Boogaloo.
yeah, we could always do the superhero rush in to save you because we
I
didn't know what
think
was
that's
happening.
exactly what happens, and in the chaos, she just escapes. You mark potential,
Ugh,
and
okay.
yeah, you mark potential for the 5.
Yeah.
And she looks, she just like narrows her eyes at you, like even somehow you asking that and act. She thinks it's like you're absolutely an enemy. It's all an act. You're just pretending to be like someone. She does not trust you. She somehow trusts you even less the more you try to get her to open up to you. And then I guess there'd be like a loud crash or something. Like all the rocks explode, blocking the entrance, and creates a dust cloud in front of her. And then by the time the dust cloud clears, when the other enter, she just isn't. And instead, you see Conduit, Dark Magician Greg.
This is the time to start yelling.
Yay, more team yelling, yay!
What are you doing? She was just there. I was going to talk with her, and why did you have to come in right then?
I hold up a cell phone in my hand and throw it at you.
I'll
Like
catch
a
it.
cheap burner phone. Like, here.
I'll catch it and then like remember and kind of fish my own cell phone out of my pocket and flip the button to on.
The 20 missed calls and an ongoing alert.
Yep.
Yeah,
You have 7 new voicemails.
Oh,
all of
Sorry.
them just screaming.
Pick up.
sorry. That was very important to me, and
Who
never mind.
was here?
It just someone I used to know.
In a crumbling lab.
Well, we didn't.
Doesn't sound like an old boyfriend.
No, it wasn't. It was well, I was on another team before this one, and it was one of my old teammates. I
What were
don't
they
know
doing
why
here?
she was here.
Hmm. Well, I suppose you know, since you're here and all, that they found Dr. Vigo.
I suppose that was the man who was upstairs.
Yeah.
Sort
Did you
of.
find anything else while we were down here?
Not yet, but I think there might be something on the computer. It didn't seem completely burnt out.
I'm not touching that thing again. You guys want to try? Go for it.
I came down here for
Dark
one
Magician
reason.
Greg, he just doesn't talk in costume as his superhero persona is a silent evil magician. Dumb like cartoon head nod, no, we're not touching the blow up computer.
Oh, there's no way I'm leaving here without touching that blow up computer.
Okay.
Well, I came down here for a reason. If you guys aren't going to do it, I will. So I'll head back towards the room.
Okay. As you're on your way, the lab shakes slightly, having been a bit destabilized by the dramatic entrance that you two
Yeah.
made.
I even had I would have rolled for the entrance. It just made sense that we popped in.
Yep.
But we could have stolen mole people technology to get in here too. There's plenty of reasons we could have dug our way into the lab.
Yep.
Make anything with my. Never mind.
Let's make a big pillar and hold the place up.
My power is stealing stuff, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm heading back towards the computer. I came in here for one reason and one reason only, and that was to get more information.
Okay.
And that computer has it.
I'll go with. And when we get back to that room, like you said, there were charred bodies in those in the tubes.
Yeah, you see some of them have been some of the tubes sort of casing were in the explosions sort of ripped open or dented open and are skeletons now.
Hmm.
But when you get back to the computer room, you, I think, I think you see it's just as it was. I was debating whether or not she came back and finished her recon, but I think she was too spooked.
Good, then I'll try and figure out whatever it is on this computer and be able to get it. None of us are tech people. We really have a shortage in that area.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to try and find what looks like a hard drive to you?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. That sounds like, I think in this case, this is...
It feels weird to assess the situation when I've already assessed it and should have a +1 forward to this action.
I think in this case,
Here's the
this
mask of the
isn't a
computer.
no. This might just not be a move. This might just be I say what happens,
Yeah.
because that's one of the things about masks.
Oh,
That's it.
I need to mark a doom track. One of the things that brings my doom closer is facing danger alone.
Does your
That
doom
worked out
track ever go down?
Almost
very
never.
infrequently.
Okay. And you only have like 5?
I have 5, and then that gets me another power move, and I get 5 power moves, and then I'm dead. So 25
25.
total. I'm at, call it 7 of 25.
Oh, that's
is where I
really
start.
that's a lot higher. Oh, yeah.
Ow.
That's a fast
Um,
doom track.
I
Yep.
start with 5 already.
Okay. So I think that I think you are able to recognize the hard drive when you see it, especially having taken the other one before that got smashed. You're able to find a heavier rectangular device that looks like a hard drive amongst the computer. When looking through it, you can use your previous assess the situations bonus.
While she's
Perfect.
doing that, I want to be finding the most intact skeleton and trying to secure it under my cloak so we can take it back with us.
That's some kind of grave robbing.
I mean, it's not a grave, but yes, you can do that. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything stopping you.
I didn't think there would be either, but in the background, it's Dark Magician Craig, like, pulling a skeleton out of a tube and shoving it into his shadow cloak. Just
See, like the hat
skeleton.
move back, and he shoves the skeleton into the neck hole.
The entire thing.
It just disappears.
And there's just 2 arms hanging around his shoulders still. Like,
Oh,
You're like piggybacking a skeleton.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah,
Conduit, are you up to
I want one of
anything?
these skeletons to assess later.
Conduit, are you up to anything while that's going on?
Yeah, I was gonna take a look at those tubes and see if I could figure out what the hell was going on in here.
Okay.
Is there enough left to do that?
Yes, but you won't get as much information as you normally would like because of the self-destruct.
Fair enough.
So
So just assess.
that will still be an assess, yes.
Okay.
Because the skeletons were in the tubes, this might also help with the future skeleton assess, depending on how it goes.
9.
9. One question.
Questions don't tend to fit, but I guess the easiest thing to do is say, what here can I use to figure out why these people were in these tubes?
Take pictures of everything with your phone. Probably take like some of the parts from the tubes and take them to a someone who knows this kind of technology. It's very it's kind of wrecked, but it is not someone who is in the field might know what they're doing. Maybe it's something to hit up Brad again. Who knows?
Yeah. Go find Brad.
Who is Brad? Oh yeah, Brad was that scientist that
Yeah.
is definitely in jail now.
Yes, he is. Not for only for like 3 years probably. He managed to
Yeah.
you know.
He pled
Well,
guilty.
said they had a
it's a
benefit
plea deal.
plan.
It was a
He
plea
got a-
deal.
he definitely had a plea deal. But yeah,
Standard henchman plea.
yeah.
Yep.
You
I mean, he
provide
was ready to
3
give up
pieces of
everything.
useful information about your boss, and you get
Yep. Exactly.
you get the word super scrubbed off the crimes you committed. I think is
Just a
basically what it
regular
is.
villain.
Super
no.
tax evasion.
Well, because
Yeah.
I think any crimes that use superpowers or advanced tech or like superpowered technology,
Mhm.
I feel like would have a higher penalty. Like using deadly force or just not, but super force, like extra,
Mhm.
like experimental technology or special magic powers. I feel like adds an extra tack on that
Yeah.
you get scrubbed off as a henchman if for like a standardized plea bargain.
But yeah, as you so as you're like looking at this tube, you see there's a variety of equipment into it. You can tell immediately that the people in here were conscious. There's like a breathing apparatus, mask as part of it. There are different sort of mechanical arms, some with needles. It's hard to tell what they were used for because those parts were definitely
I've seen
delicate.
this movie.
But it's definitely some kind of experimentation.
This is
Neat.
Minority Report. These are future
To
crime.
precogs.
They're precogs. They're in the tubes. I don't think they're looking for crime here. Maybe science brains. They're using him as a computer. Did they lock their scientists in tubes?
Hard, you couldn't tell. You'd have to get someone who would know the technology, or an insider like Brad could tell you more.
We might have to go pay Brad a visit in prison. That might
Offer
be
to
a
bust him out.
That might be a Dark Magician Greg task to sneak into prison because they're not going to let teenagers see like teenage super. I
Not
don't
without
think we
like
have
adult
the
supervision.
passes.
No.
Yeah, no, we need an adult hero with us to interrogate criminals and
Yep.
So what is the Supermax prison in Halcyon City?
He wouldn't be
There's
in
gotta one,
Supermax
right?
prison. This is just Brad. He'd be in regular prison.
But like, is there a supervillain prison? Like, is there an Arkham Asylum in
there's
Halcyon
gotta
City?
be.
The book doesn't
There's-
specifically say, so there absolutely can be if that's what we want.
I have
to
plenty
say.
of ideas of super prisons when we get there.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that's everything you found here. That's everything that you can manage to find, I believe. Now, the good news is the rocks have been cleared out. So if you could leave, and theoretically nothing will. Is that what you guys do?
I mean,
We should probably leave.
if we're leaving through some kind of wreckage tunnel, I would definitely use energy constructs to like shore everything up as we're going through, so we don't get collapsed on.
Okay, perfect. Just in case, let's do one more unleash your powers.
Oh no.
We didn't
Okay.
do it coming in, so let's do it getting out.
Yep,
That's an 8.
that is an 8. So it's up to you. Is it unstable or temporary, or do you take a condition?
I mean, it's temporary, certainly.
He leaves when we leave.
That's fair. I think in this case, after you get out, then the entire lab starts collapsing, and you can't. There's nothing left to go back to once you leave.
We have dynamic entering one too many times.
Yep, exactly.
Only a finite number of times you can do that to any structure.
Yep.
Well, at least we got what we came for.
Let's hope so.
And I waved the hand.
Where the fuck is Ben?
So when you get back upstairs, you see that there are several police cars now, and where this was like a former crime scene, now there's a body. There's the body's been moved, now there's, of course, the chalk outline is there. And you can see there's just some sunglasses wearing detectives that are doing over and like wondering what exactly
11
happened
p.m.
here.
guys.
Oh,
Can we
please,
just
please
sneak
tell me.
away? Can we just like sneak away?
Yeah.
I want the detectives to be sipping coffee and trying to think of a pun for this guy's murder. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, they're tossing bad puns back and forth to each other, trying to come up with a good
It's
one.
like, no.
Like, no, you used that 2 months ago. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, no, I think you can sneak away. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything interesting about being caught. So you sneak out the back door, the server's
Yeah,
entrance.
and head back to our lair.
Yep. Continuum. You've gotten off your flight. And
I
the
see
pilot
there are
says
20 missed
you're now
calls."
welcome to turn your cell phones back on.
You get the beep.
Yep.
You can get your phone off of airplane mode.
Ooh, do I get like a "Where are you?" Like we did this without you text, or is it still like, "Hey, shithead, where are you?"
Well, that's what the first two
Let's-
texts are, and then you get a text of like a picture of like us back at the lab, and like we have the skeleton up on like a display thing, being like,
Okay, so I know everything's fine now.
Actually,
Skeleton's
yeah,
got,
I will
like, a
ask, is
traffic
the
cone on
alarm
its head and a
still
cigarette out of its
going?
mouth.
No, I think we turn the alarm off when we get Liv back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
but
we knew Continuum was like, we're annoyed he didn't pick up his phone, but we knew that he was out with his mom and not like in danger.
Well, we
He,
didn't
he
know
just
that.
he just
but
teleported away when you last saw him.
Oh, well,
But yeah.
yeah, I feel like we turn it off at this point.
Continuum, you get a like you missed one super alarm like notification. You overslept on your super alarm.
I hit the super snooze. Well, it looks like they're fine now.
Your mom looks over to you while she's like getting all the luggage out of the. Yeah, I don't think you bought a lot of luggage. You probably brought like a single
Carry on.
small
Yeah, just a
suitcase
carry-on.
for both of you.
Oh, just the team had a slight emergency, and I don't like keeping my phone on planes because I think I saw Final Destination one too many times.
Does that actually do anything? I'm still very unclear in the real world
I don't
as to
think it
whether or not
does.
phones on
So-
planes really matter.
it's a problem with the FCC because your phone is pinging off of too many towers. That's really why they ask you to turn your phone off. It could 1 in a billion shot screw with the instruments, but it's more an FCC thing.
Yeah, I
I feel
think
like I feel like in a world with super technology, that
Yeah,
we,
like if we
we
made
could
it
have
to
bypassed
Nepal,
this at this point.
if we made it to Nepal in like an hour, I think we got like super plates.
Well, but canonically in the setting,
couple
there's people
hours.
that can make super technology. Like there
Yeah.
are super techs that make laser firing machine mechs and such.
Yeah.
These things
Mhm.
exist in the setting. So that means there's people whose basically their superpower is making cool stuff.
But I think the
So-
thing is, in superhero media, usually those technologies are always one-offs and almost never actually become a part of legitimate infrastructure, which is itself a whole problem.
Well, it's because you have to have the super technology expert to maintain them. Like
Yep, and they always
they're
go
not-
insane or have things
they're
horribly
not-
backfire.
yeah. They're not stable technologies. They require constant updates and constant maintenance because they're not supposed to exist.
That's fair.
Well, there's also the problem of, I mean, how many super people are there, and do they just want regular jobs? Because someone with super strength and flight could just pick up a metal tube full of people and fly it wherever they need to,
It's true.
Yeah.
if they get paid enough.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean-
there are like people that use their like super smugglers. Like I'm sure there's some guy that does that.
Super coyotes.
Yeah, like they fly a shipping container across the ocean. They do it below radar, like in the middle of the night, and it's a horrifying experience for everyone inside.
Mhm. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't weld seats to the cargo
Like
container.
plastered to the back of the cargo container.
So
But
your mom says-
knowing Ben's mom, because she sees in time, she just knows what flight is gonna have 2 free seats. So she just goes
She
and boards
books
that flight.
Well, she books. Yeah, she gets the last minute cheap deal on the flight. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
we had 2 people suddenly cancel. But
It's
yeah,
not an ethical use of superpowers.
Because
Hey
she
man,
like
you gotta do what you gotta do.
because she put a screw under their tire like 6 months ago, throwing up their timeline to make
Oh
sure
my
that they
god,
would be gone.
I would totally do it too. She'd be like, "Listen, I gotta do this for the timeline."
so I think her response to you saying like something with the team, yeah, she says, "Your team needs to be able to handle things without you. They can't rely on you
they
all the
did.
time." Good.
I
Good
like,
for them.
yeah, they did it. I just feel kind of bad.
We all need to be independent at some point. This time it's their turn.
I like, I mean, I feel bad for not being there, but I feel bad for how I left.
What happened?
Are you saying that because you don't know, or are you saying that because you want me to talk about my feelings more?
Does it really matter? Whether or not, superpowers or not, half the time a parent can tell what their child is thinking.
I sort of blew up at uh, Kyle, and
Is he all right? How badly did you injure him?
no, not. I didn't throw a black hole at a mom. I, I said he couldn't save his dead parents, which is arguably worse.
Did you look into the past and check that? Does that how it
No.
works for you?
No, that's not how it works for me. I only
Okay.
have a little bit of what you got.
It
I just
doesn't
know that's a
quite
thing he
work for
told me.
that way for me either. I can see my own perspective in the future and past, or perspectives. But if there's someone halfway across the world that I've never interacted with, I cannot see their future or past. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know what I will and have. It's like memories of what I have experienced and will experience potentially.
So you can't like go to another timeline.
That depends on your definition of timeline.
Well, I feel like I can't just go back there and act like nothing happened. That's kind of a big bomb.
If you feel bad about it, then apologize. And that's that. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, he just goes.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I think you both head over to I think we have this like weekend vacation with your mom. I think we'll for this scene sort of stick with you during it. Is there anything specific that you want to do or talk to her about during this time?
I don't. Did you get my Discord message?
Just now.
Yes, I was planning on doing something like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if she can do that.
Well, I think it's time to ask her and find out if she can do that.
Yeah, so because we're up in the Himalayas, I assume I'm on a mountain, she's on the same mountain.
Yeah.
And we're like it's like the father-son baseball thing, but it's mother-son throwing black holes.
She cannot throw black holes. You have not identical powers to her, but she is helping you aim and control them.
Yeah.
Was her power just seeing time?
It's like time stuff.
It is
but it's
more
like
time than space time, like what yours is. It's more than just seeing time. but her seeing time power is not just seeing all timelines forever. It's like
Seeing all of her timelines.
Yeah, exactly. And then and extrapolating the rest of the world's timeline from those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when he throws a curve hole,
A curve hole.
yeah, like a curveball, but a curved black hole.
Curved black hole. Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
He he sort of stops and goes, is there any way you could go to another timeline or have your other self in another timeline get a letter for Kyle from his parents, or no?
She looks at you. Benny, that's dangerous. I know you
Well,
want him to feel better. I know you apologize to him, but that's
is it any more dangerous than what I do now? As I throw another black hole
Yeah,
and
you just like
eat a mountaintop?
Yep.
Or trying to teleport
Actually, that's
myself
probably
through
what she's
black
doing.
holes?
You're eating a mountaintop with a black hole, and then every time she's just like rewinding it and like.
Oh,
bringing it
that's
back.
dope. Yeah, that's cool.
Otherwise, it'd be horrible impact on the world if he just
Absolutely. This entire mountain range has just has pockmarks all over it. It's really weird. Giant pockmarks.
Everest is
Really
now
hope there were no
700 feet
climbers there.
shorter.
I think she sighs. She says, Benny, you need to take responsibility for your own actions instead of trying to make it so they never occurred in the first place.
I know. Just if I could come with like a peace offering, I feel like it would go over better.
You, take it from experience, are always going to have trouble relating to people. That's normal for what we experience. And you will need to learn to make mistakes and fix them.
But how? All I know how to do is destroy things.
That is not true. You saved me and us just a short while ago. In
I
that lab.
rip a hole through the fabric of space and time. That's still technically destroying this fabric of space and time.
I do the same thing in a different way. That doesn't make us monsters. That doesn't make us. It makes us different, but it means that we have to be aware of our differences and act accordingly. You do more than just destroy with your powers.
As I throw another black hole and destroy a mountain again.
Yes, just okay, let's stop that for now. How about how about this? See if you can reduce gravity around us. Not increase it, but reduce it. Say to a third, if you can control it that much.
Okay. He's gonna try and do it. I assume that's roll freak.
Yep, roll freak to unleash your powers. Let's see if this goes.
The more people poking up, please kill me, just let me die.
As they float out of the map.
Oh fuck! I accidentally increase it.
Perfect.
I
So
think you turn it off. I think it's
well,
your
I
powers
think
are
your
all-
mother's your mom sees what's about to happen. And as you're about to use her powers, she slaps you because she had no other choice. She just to distract you and stop you from using your powers before it goes terribly wrong.
What was that for?
I'm sorry, I didn't have another choice. This was a mistake. I'm sorry.
I didn't even do anything yet.
No, it was. It wasn't what you did. It was what you were going to do. I was wrong to ask you to do that. I'm sorry. This was a bad idea. Let's go back to the hotel for now.
Was that a common occurrence growing up? Your mother would slap you for something you were about to do. She's like, "I'm
Reason.
correcting this before it happens."
So I think you will take a condition of your choice.
Okay.
from
I'm
just the
angry.
slap. Um,
I'm angry she slapped me for no reason. I didn't even do anything.
yeah. And
Oh.
but I think she's as I don't think she's gonna be quiet yet. I think she's gonna push you a bit, and say, push you verbally and say, you. Your powers are different than mine. You have so much potential. I think that once you grow into them, you can be a great hero. She's gonna influence you. She's gonna
Okay.
increase your freak, is specifically the type. There's a lot of
Well.
options, but I think freak is what she's going to.
Mm-hmm. What is she decreasing?
I think she's going to decrease your. I think it has to be superior.
Okay.
There's very much
well,
a
my
one.
freak is 3.
Your freak
so...
is already 3.
Yeah.
That means you take a condition. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Can I resist? Oh God, I
Or
can't
you
even
reject
resist
it.
her influence.
You can reject.
You can reject
it.
influence.
Well, I'm already at a -2 to reject others' influence.
You can try. You just
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
Not gonna
well,
go
it's always an uncomfortable situation when your mother is encouraging you to get your freak on.
Okay, hold on. We're at influence.
So, yes. Let's go to the influence handout.
Okay. Well.
So
Oh,
if you
so
roll low, then
if I roll low, it's just I mark a condition anyway, and then the would I mark 2 conditions? Because I can't. Oh, well. Maybe I just die in the Himalayas today.
just leave me to drown in the snow. I'll
Leave
swallow
me with the
myself in a black hole.
Prop Yetis just coming at you, just out of the sky.
All right, I'm gonna try and reject influence.
Okay.
Oh, I did it.
Nice. Okay.
So I clear a condition, or oh wait, I choose one.
Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. So, yeah, you can do that. You can instead
So
shift a label
was
up and
suggesting
your
freak up and
choice.
what down?
She was suggesting freak up and superior down. There was definitely she like the thing, like once you grow into your powers, it has sort of this like you aren't there yet. You don't have control yet.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think like I'm gonna get rid of. Oh, what should I get rid of? I might maybe do a 2-for-1 here. I'm gonna get rid of guilty. And mark. Oh wait,
It's
clear
or.
condition or mark potential. Okay. And I'm gonna go like, no, Mom, I'm already throwing black holes around, but I just made the worst thing I could have told my best friend about. So no, I'm not gonna grow into my powers like this. I want to try and be as normal as possible, and I want to throw a black hole and teleport back to base.
That's perfect.
I'm gonna leave you here, Mom.
And she just like sighs alone in this mountaintop. So perfect transition.
Yeah.
So the black hole opens up and out steps Continuum.
Mhm.
I think we're all around the table talking about the bits and bobs from the
Mhm.
lab, trying to like piece them together.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Just
I think
learning.
I think the conclusion that you walk into is Greg trying to convince everyone that we need some sort of special technology to figure out these things. That we need some bone scanner or computer chip reader.
How late is it
Mhm.
in North American time since, you just got back from the Himalayas?
Let's see how far ahead. Um, Nepal.
We mentioned
time
11 p.m.
to-
before, so it might be like midnight or later.
Nepal is 9 hours, almost 10 hours ahead of Eastern time because I just assume it's like New York, right?
Yeah, go with that.
So
That
Isn't it
reads-
just
So-
morning already?
Well, you have school the next morning.
Is this a before school meeting? I don't know.
Yeah, I think this might be the before school
Like school
like
that
rendezvous.
morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're all dressed up for school.
You're all in
We
your
aren't in hero
Do you have a school
clothes.
uniform or
Yeah,
do you-
no, we have one because that's specifically what Greg wears
Yeah.
most of the time.
You're right, yeah. Okay.
so maybe I just teleport to like the bathroom that I teleport to school to, like just the one stall.
Okay. So
You just
you
teleport
skip
to
the
school,
morning team
yeah.
meeting?
Yeah, we had a
No,
morning
well,
team
oh
meeting.
wait, we're doing the team meeting at the base?
Yeah, just been like, what are we
Mhm.
gonna
Okay,
do
yeah, then I would
after
go there.
school? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought like you were having the meeting at school.
No, we just are all in our school clothes because we're going there straight from
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so Ben walks in. He's still got like his shoulder. He's like still wearing
He's
like
still in a
big
parka.
jacket. He's still in a parka. He's got snow on him. He's brushing it off, and he's just going, "God fucking damn it!" God, like cursing to himself. Hey guys.
So, Greg, you were saying we needed to find someone.
I'll just sit down.
I don't think we need help yet, but we definitely need specialized equipment to make heads or tails of any of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the three of us can handle whatever throws at us.
So, just to be
Maybe-
clear, after school we go and pick up some scanners or something.
Yeah. If you know a place we can stop by, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Liv, you and I can meet up after school. We can go over there.
You're
I
It's like you're not really
Kinda-
back from the Himalayas. You're feeling like
yeah.
there's some coldness that you're feeling.
Is it the snow on my shoulders? Is it a little cold in here?
It's just like a blue band of energy around your mouth. So, um, when you say we need scanners, anything in particular we're looking for? Like, do you have a contact?
I know where they keep the scanners, and we can just go pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works for
I
me.
feel like there might be something we need to address.
Oh, what do we need to address?
Continuum?
Oh, he's not dressed for school. Like, shouldn't you be getting changed? Did you study?
Is there paper like in front of me?
There's a whiteboard. I'm sure there's a whiteboard around.
I walk up to
Probably.
the whiteboard and just put Kyle exclamation point.
Yeah, pull it away. To pull away the gag.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I got a little heated. Everyone got a little heated. I should not have said what I said. I said
That's
it because I knew it would hurt you, and that was wrong.
big of you.
And conduit? Was it fair what you were saying? You were accusing Continuum before?
Wait, what did he say to me?
I'm remembering. I think he was blaming everything on.
No, he like punched me like after I said.
Oh, okay.
All I did was like yell at him for calling in his mom, thinking we couldn't handle it. But
Okay, fair. In which case, I'll switch that to the punch.
Mm.
Fair that you punched him.
Do you have anything to apologize?
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't hit you harder, and I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. Well, if you have
And
a relevant
I walk
condition,
out too, and I tell Continuum on the way out, meet us outside of Evil Incorporated after school. Gotta steal their
Evil Inc.
scanners.
Okay, I'll just change into my spare school uniform I keep at the base
perfect.
and go take a math test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No sleep.
Wait, how old am I? What math am I in?
Well, I slept in Nepal.
You're all, I think,
so
in the
I'm just jet lagged.
You're either 16 or taking in the age with other or taking classes with other 16-year-olds. So you're all in the same class, I believe.
So
We're like juniors to sophomores.
I think, yeah, Greg's probably a sophomore. What is that? What do you take in
10th.
sophomore? What kind of math do you take?
I mean,
Could
let's
just
see,
be
it was
like
Grade 11?
Grade
no,
10.
that's
math?
grade 10.
Really?
Could be like
9 is algebra, 10 was
geometry.
yeah, and then trig is the next one, I think, and then
Okay.
calculus.
I was
Different
no, it's
I don't know.
I definitely did pre-calc at 12. So I don't know. Probably let's call it a trigonometry test.
It's like algebra 1, and then you do geometry, and then you do algebra
Why
2,
are we
and
figuring
then
out the curriculum of Halcyon City? I feel like
you're the one who gave us a math test. We need to know
I
what math
don't
we
know.
need to do.
We can just leave it at math test. Like it does. We don't have to be like now solve for X. No,
Yeah.
no, we can roll for this.
Okay. No, don't make me roll. My mundane is
Roll for a
-2.
grade.
So
yeah, we have a trigonometry test. We're gonna call it trigonometry.
before we do that, real quick, Conduit, did you give a stat? Did you let your handler know about any of these updates about what happening, about the stuff from the lab at all, or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Okay, perfect. So I think it is the next day and stuff like that. So I think you probably let her know last night, and then this morning on your way to school, you get a phone call or like one of. How do your orbs function when you're out of hero costume? Are they still like around and invisible, or?
Yeah, well, since the control mechanisms are tattooed onto his body, I feel like, audio coming in can just happen.
Okay, so you just it's like you're always wearing an earpiece or something like that.
The orbs are in your pocket or something.
Yeah, perfect. Then yeah, you get a call from Captain Misha. He says, Kyle, I ran through. I looked into some of this tech. We're still. I'm having people look into what it might be, but there's some red flags here that this could be really dangerous. I'm not. We don't know what it is for sure. There's dozens of possibilities, but pretty much any of them means you have to find out where they came from. Like, how did they get them? Where did they build them? Or who told them how to make it? This type of technology is, well, it could be a bad thing. It could lead to
Illegal in
something,
12 systems.
something like that. Like if you say that, she will literally say word for word something like that. She won't uh, give you any specifics at this point, but she's giving you a new mission. Find out where
Okay.
this. I'll say I was gonna say tech, but let's say where the pod tech came from.
Track down the pod tech. Okay.
Now we have to be careful about this, and so right now, don't tell anyone about this investigation yet. It stir up some hornets that may not be there, but best to be careful. And then, of course, like with all investigations, we will not use force if we have another choice. So do not forcefully coerce anyone telling you. You know that's not how we operate, but I figured it's worth.
So be nice to your friends.
You don't know anything about this.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I mean you don't know
Technically-
anything about the pod tech, so this doesn't go.
Yeah. I was just told meet us at Evil Inc. after school.
Yep.
I probably stuck around and filled you in.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
saying
you.
okay.
Did
yeah,
you
fair enough.
tell Captain Grisha about the like there was someone there that Liv seemed to know, like her old team built her on that part, or wouldn't have mentioned it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's nothing about that entire thing made sense to Kyle.
Yeah, she
Why
agrees.
would a former teammate be down here?
And I guess if it works for you, Zen, a side objective might be to find out more about that as the third. I don't know if that works as a rule. I think it does.
As a rule, it doesn't really because you either violate them or don't.
Okay.
It could be like maybe don't
Don't
trust
leave
Liv
Liv-
with everything.
I will say
yeah.
don't leave Liv alone
Yeah.
during this mission. Don't because that's what all this happened from. She was
Okay.
Well, that suits me.
Yep.
You both gain out of that one.
Yeah. So we're doing two things. We're accomplishing a rule and keeping your doom track low.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, on the way on like the school bus if that's what you're on. Yeah.
I think Halcyon City is one of those cities where there's no school buses, but students have a bus pass.
Oh, just public transit.
Yeah, like the city is too dense to really have like independent school buses, but students at the public schools have a
Like
bus
just
pass.
take the SkyTrain everywhere until
Yeah, well, it's because it's unsure. It's like, do you need to take the subway, or are you close enough to take the bus, or whatever?
That's fair.
It's
Okay.
so it's just there's a student public
Mass
transit pass.
is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I like it. And yeah, you all arrive at school. I think anything. Let me know if you do anything before your math test.
Oh, I was definitely gonna still like try and get Kyle to forgive me.
When?
Probably on the last bus / train, like the last connection we make before school.
That's
Right?
probably a bus. Like you probably take
Yeah.
the bus from the SkyTrain. I like
Mhm.
SkyTrain better than Subway
SkyTrains.
for
Yep.
like a superhero city. It's the above ground train network.
Yep. The above ground like bullet trains.
Yeah.
And then we take a bus to the actual school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Ben's gonna go, listen, Kyle, I didn't call her in. Do you realize I've grown up my entire life with someone who knows exactly what's gonna happen before it happens?
No, don't know anything about what that's like, Ben. I grew up without parents.
I'm
You know, because they
sorry.
died. And apparently that's on me. I mean,
No.
you know.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I
Listen.
really wish I could go back in time and erase that I said that, but I don't have that power.
Just heavy sigh. Listen, Ben. we've been doing this for a while, you and I.
Mhm.
And I've told you some things in confidence that maybe shouldn't be brought up in public and maybe shouldn't be used against me, especially personal things like that.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I was mad, and it's just the thing that came to my mind.
All right. I'll accept your apology, but you got to do me a favor.
Hmm.
You can prove to me you're sorry by just having some confidence, man. You can do amazing things, and you hold yourself back every time.
It's just when you can do what I do, Kyle, the downside is a place that is more dense than anything else in the world where light doesn't escape. It's not the way I want to go or any of you to go. And I want to do a team move here. I want to share a vulnerability or weakness with Kyle that says, like, because he's worried about losing control.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's, like, if when I like power up, I kind of
Yeah.
share the same weakness as my family as I look around the crowded train. um, if you add chaos in the mix, like just literally throw a bucket on your head and do first thing comes to your mind, right? Like just throw in as much chaos as possible. That's how you can stop my weird future sight thing. I'm still working on a counter to the black holes.
I'll take that under
So
advisement. And if you get out
uh,
of hand, trust that we're here to rein you back in.
okay. So you now have influence over me, and I clear a condition. I'm no longer mad. I'm still insecure because black holes.
Okay. Nice. So, you all get to school, and everyone is sitting at their desks, and the teacher
You're gonna make us roll for the math test.
and first thing in the morning, the teacher comes in, accompanied by a new student, and says, "Class, we have a new student joining us today. Can everyone please welcome? Would you like to introduce yourself?" "Hi, I'm Agatha. I'll just transferred. I'll be joining you all in class today."
Is Agatha my sister? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yep.
we
I
don't
think
know that.
Yep. And she's locking eyes, of course, with you, Grigori. She's just like, "It's so happy to be here. I haven't. I just came from Canada, and it's much colder up there. Why don't you tell us a few things about yourself, Agatha?" "Well, I like shopping a lot. Um, Chinese food is great. Uh, yeah, that's it." "Okay, well, why don't you take a seat right there?" And of course, she is pointed to the conveniently placed empty desk right in between Grigori and Conduit. Right in between Kyle
Walking
and
around
Grigori.
desperately trying to
awesome.
figure out the most subtle way to slither into the dark shadow of my desk.
Just say the word. I'll throw a black hole. All the light will be sucked out of this room, and you're good.
Yep. Now,
Hey, Agatha, you picked a really bad day. You know there's a test, right?
and that's exactly what. Now, I know everyone. As you know, I hope you've all been studying hard for the math test. Agatha, you're new here, so you don't have to take it. But I have prepared you some I've prepared you the lesson to study for the test. Agatha, of course, is used to magic school, so she doesn't know what really
Sacred geometry, not trigonometry.
exactly. So she accepts the lesson and is handed that instead, while everyone else is handed the math test. So I guess, do you want to roll? This won't be a potential. This isn't a move. You could just roll to see how you do. You could just say how well you think your character would do on the math test, if you'd like.
Can I
roll?
I want to
Yeah, I
roll
think we all need to roll.
freak.
This will be
Can
mundane.
I-
This will be with mundane. Studying the math test is the most mundane.
But what if I use my
Can't-
future powers?
So here's how I want
That's
to spin
probably
this.
officially cheating, but there's no way they can tell.
I was gonna say, can I use defend if I help everyone else with the test and cheat?
How cheating?
I don't know. Like I could make the answers glow on your paper for all.
I take it.
Just hard light answers appear on your test.
I
will
would
take that.
I would call that unleashing your powers with freak, I think.
Okay.
I
Yes.
wouldn't call that defend.
So, can I future sight cheat with
You
freak?
can also future sight cheat.
I'm just gonna take the
Excellent.
test.
Yeah.
Gregori's the only one who
I
actually studied.
During the test, Agatha, who of course has not the exact answers, but basically all the answers to the test in front of her with the lesson, and she like leans over and whispers to you, Grigori, at one point, like, "Hey, do you want to know the answer for that question?"
Like, wave her off. I'm trying to
okay.
figure this out.
She looks at Kyle, leans over, asks the same thing.
You got for number 7.
Yeah, no, she's totally collaborating with you.
So I'm gonna roll mundane.
I like how the Dark Wizard is the probably most mundane person.
Yep. You can roll with mundane again. These are not moves and won't give you potential, but yeah, absolutely.
Hey, cheating prospers.
Yeah, I'm just.
I get a +1 for Agatha helping me cheat.
Sure, it's not a move, so I'm a lot more lenient this time. Nice.
Hey. How did I get a B when I could literally see the future answers?
Because in 0 futures, do you understand part of the test?
That's a good one.
Perfect. Greg, you got an 8.
You're-
Wait, did Liv roll?
Liv,
I did not roll, but I was just going off of whatever answers Conduit was beaming into the paper.
that's fair. Okay.
we can do that.
And of course, it looks like it's a multiple choice paper, so it's not really sketchy that Conduit, Kyle, and Liv are both top of the class for this test, and Ben did pretty
I
good.
like Agatha. She's all right.
Good to have friends.
Yep.
I
Ben
still
and,
got a
and
B on a multiple choice test that I could see the future in.
I think, yeah, you did slightly better than Grigori, like 85% for you and 80% for him, or something like that.
No, see, this is the thing. You have to bring that test home, right? You can't get an A because then your mom knows you cheated. So you intentionally get the B.
But she would know that if I cheated because she could see all futures, so she would know that I cheated.
I don't know.
I think it's really
you
just
don't really
insecure.
bring your test home. So she never interacts with the test in any of her timelines.
She told me her secret. Now she never sees my tests.
I think you figured that one out a
You
while
just hide
ago.
things from
Yeah.
her perspective in all timelines, and then she can't see the
Yep.
past or present of it. Okay. So
Yeah, he just always shows his dad his tests, and his dad just goes like, "Oh yeah, Ben, you did good."
Is your dad have superpowers? Do we talk about that?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Oh, so all right.
Dad's a normie.
Yeah. Excellent.
Dad has a desk job.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's got to cause so many problems. Like an inferiority complex. Like, wow.
So I guess my next question is, Actually, I was hoping. I guess my next question is: do the teachers know you have powers?
I don't think
Because
so.
we talked about potential school superhero stuff. We talked about like. I guess my question is Coach Fountain like the school PE teacher, and if so, is his thing something that he does on the side in secret
Okay,
to help someone?
I don't know if our team falls under this category, but I feel like if there are school superhero teams, that there is a system in place that you could register for it, and you can get called to the office for superhero emergencies. It'll excuse you, but like it just comes over the speaker as you're needed at the office, and you go to the office and you leave for your
Yeah, the school would
superhero
keep it
thing.
secret from the other students.
Yeah.
I don't think I guess what I mean by school superhero team is they would get destroyed by parents if they actually let kids go out and fight.
Mhm.
So it would be more like school superhero training with how to use your superpowers properly.
Yeah,
Like
but
alternate PE, like
there's probably some emergency clause too if there's like a
Could be.
mass scale invasion you're
True.
called, but not for like probably the kids
Yeah.
aren't sent to frontline duty. They're
Yes.
like second line helping people clear from buildings.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, does that exist? And it seems like it's yes. Are any of you a part of that through the school?
Are we keeping ours? I think we're a little bit more under wraps.
I
Yeah.
think only it like if anyone, it would just be Ben
I feel like
because his
Continuum might
mom is a
be.
superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Ben.
That would make the most
It's
sense that
up
you're
to
registered for the emergency
Yeah,
alarm.
and if Coach Fountain is like the PE teacher, right? Like that would make sense too.
It's also a thing
I
of yeah, he could be the PE teacher. He could be more of a. He could
I
not
don't
be a
think
part
Coach
of the
Fountain
school.
specifically works at our school.
He's more of a third, like an independent advisor,
Like a private tutor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more of a private tutor for super
Okay.
children.
Mhm.
I think Conduit would probably be part of the excused from school program, seeing as how he had to set up coming back to school after being off world. And,
Yeah.
he's part of a intergalactic police force. Like
Greg is not.
his name might be secret from the general public, but
So I guess when PE class rolls around, you two are of course given your excuses to not participate in PE because you're actually being secretly brought to another place to participate in superpowered PE.
Super PE.
we got to go to student council.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we play superpower dodgeball. That's awesome.
I'll just ace PE. Don't worry about
Yeah, I
it.
was about to say. And if you're hiding as a normal person, but with enhanced strength and speed.
Yeah. Greg has no enhanced strength of speed or really notable superpowers, so
Yep.
I struggle with the pull-up bar like every other 16-year-old.
I like to imagine, like, because Liv has had like superpowers, like as long as she remembers, you're like doing pull-ups and then you're checking in with Greg to see like, am I doing too well right now? Like,
Yes.
Yep. No, show
I
more sweat.
like
Like,
that
okay,
idea.
slow down, too fast.
mhm.
And then it's just like hanging at the most difficult point because I'm trying to go first.
Perfect. But yeah, no, I'm good with introducing us to Coach Fountain during
Yes.
secret.
He's called in for the super PE.
Exactly. Yeah, he just
Coach Fountain is the super PE teacher.
perfect.
He doesn't do normal PE. He does super PE.
Correct. So, I think we see you two are where would it be? Is there just like the gymnasium, which is like officially booked for like cleaning at this time, is empty for you two?
I have an idea
Okay.
Is it
because
an open secret that there's superheroes at our school?
There's probably
Like,
it's
everyone
the
just, like,
prime
assumes.
subject of rumors is probably what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like we all know there are superheroes. We're just most of the class isn't sure who.
yeah.
Because isn't the first age of superheroes was like the 40s, right? Like in masks,
Yeah,
or
20s,
like
I think.
50s.
I think
Yeah,
it's
we're
the
fourth
20s?
generation.
yeah.
We're fourth generation supers.
Okay. So I assume there was some form of the Cold War. So we're in an underground bunker that is the Super PE room.
Perfect.
It's under the normal PE.
It's under the normal gym, but it's like lead lined and
So
like
there's
super
four.
thick.
So there's four gym training room, like changing rooms. There is the like they probably call it something weird, but you're still scheduled for a specific PE class, but you just go
Yeah.
to the changing room for that PE class that has
It's the
an
elevator.
elevator. It's an elevator down to the PE room, so it's not
Yeah.
Oh,
suspicious.
slide poles in
Yeah,
the
slide pull.
lockers.
Oh yeah, in the you have two lockers, one with your change of gym clothes and one with your pole.
Yep.
You're assigned pole. Oh no! If they've been there for long enough, they're like all old.
Yeah, someone gets stuck with your first term in the super PE class. They usually haze you by giving you a pole. They give you a locker with a bad pole.
And Muckman had my pole last year.
Perfect. So I guess yeah. Is it just you two, or like, based on what it's described as, it seems that there's a couple other handful of people with weird miscellaneous powers
Yeah,
I
that
think
are
there's
in,
like a
in
handful.
Super PE.
I think there's enough for like a like
there's
basketball
definitely enough
game
for like
5v5.
3-on-3 basketball or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
Less,
Somewhere less than 25, not a full.
I'd say probably less than 10, but not a lot less. Somewhere between 5 and 10 in total.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
I'd say
between like 6 and 12.
let's go with
Either way.
6. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
3-on-3.
Yep.
6 is fine.
So I think we see you all in this underground bunker, and we see this man. He looks like he's in his early 30s. He has perfect posture. You've never not seen him clean shaven. Or despite he has like hair that is well kept, and it's the type of sort of it's like a clean shaggy style that doesn't change a lot when you sweat. Um and he of course is dressed in like a tank top and gym clothes with a whistle, because of course he is. But he has his hands clasped behind his back and is like marching in front of you all who are lined up. And he says, I think he says, so today we have lined up one match of basketball. This will be a match without any powers at all. As I've told you before, you all need to learn to rely less on your powers and more on your other skills. You're not always going to have your powers there to rely on. So you need to improve yourself in all aspects of your life. 3v3, pick your teams. Blows his whistle.
I grab Kyle.
yeah. And we grab, I don't know, Bethany. I don't know who the fuck else is in this.
Perfect. But yeah, I
Normally
think
she turns into giant turtles as her main power. Like
Yep.
that's her one thing, is she turns into a giant turtle.
yeah.
She really likes the non-powered classes.
Yeah. Her very specific applications of her powers.
So as you play through the game, Coach Fountain is specifically whistling and calling out like uses of powers and effectively treating them as fouls. He's very like, he has his sayings, and he has a very specific ideology of superpowers, and he's trying to sort of mostly, to summarize, he's trying to like teach all of you superpowered kids how to be more than your superpowers. And so he has a habit of like repeating a like, always do this, never do this, act like this in all circumstances kind of way. Like, he's very respectful, but yeah.
Excellence in everything.
That's very true. So, no powers allowed. A, do you cheat? Because of course I will ask that, even though Coach Fountain is watching. And B, how do you do? Freak or
I'm just gonna roll
mundane?
mundane.
Okay.
Yeah,
But just
I'm gonna do the same
one
thing.
of you rolls to see how well you do because you're on the same team.
Oh, you could do mundane. Yeah. Be your I'll just pass you the ball
Okay.
Yep.
because your
Mundane.
mundane's definitely higher.
Bam.
Nice. So of course, Coach Fountain said, like, as the game said, like, well done, claps all of you on the shoulder, but you probably got the like winning slam dunk or something like that. He says, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Remember, you're not always going to be older than those around you. Don't take your height for granted. Sometimes you're going to be on the smaller end compared to your competitors."
Ever see a Garlaxian? They're like a story tall, made out of stone. Not fun.
I've seen them on television. Ugh. Well, I think you've all had a good workout. Hit the showers. Blows his whistle.
Coach, can I ask you something real quick?
Of course. And I think, unless Kyle doesn't, the others have all run off and gone to change.
You said we might not always have our powers.
Of course. There are people out there who can remove your powers. Also, sometimes your powers won't be useful in a certain situation. You need to rely on yourself. Your powers are a tool, but they're not all of you. What's on your mind?
What? Well, my mom and I went on a trip to the Himalayas
Hmm.
to get some practice in, and she always talks about like my potential and like how once I get my powers under control, I'll be like a super great hero. But it's a lot different when I just crush a basketball with a black hole. And I go, when that happens,
Ben, being a great hero is about more than creating black holes or shooting lasers out of your hands. Being a great hero is about inspiring and saving those around you. You don't need powers to do that. Some of the best heroes I know have no powers, and I'm not saying they use gadgets or anything like that. They are people. You want to be the best hero you can be, and start, and this is the saying he uses the most commonly, but he means it every time.
yeah.
Then you start by being the best person you can be.
Is he trying to shift my
He's
labels?
absolutely
Yeah,
trying to
coach!
shift your labels. So he is going to up your mundane and
Okay.
down your freak.
Ooh. What about downing my danger? Can you down
Nope.
my danger? Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
So yeah. Thanks, coach. What was it saying again? I want to write it down.
If you want to be, I think it was, if you want to be the best hero you can be, start with becoming the best person you can be.
I'll put it under coachisms.
Oh, I have a list.
Yes. To be the best hero you can be. Be the best person you can be.
Yep. We might see
There we
others
go.
later.
Yeah, thanks, coach.
Anytime.
That doesn't fix my my status effect of being insecure, but I'll take your worst.
If you ever need to talk, I'm here. And he like claps you on the shoulder and says, "Now, go. You kind of stink."
Yeah, I can't I can't black hole the stench and I run off.
Mm-hmm.
One thing.
Yeah.
While you're in there taking a shower,
Oh no.
I believe there will be a let's call it an iridescent towel that winds up behind you and cracks right on your back. And you just hear from back behind the lockers, "Now we're even."
That's hard light, dude. Hard light constructs.
That's hard in the name. Not as soft as a towel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a welt.
Perfect. Okay. And I think the rest of your day at school goes rather uneventfully. Agatha is already
Yeah.
making friends. You see at lunch.
I'm
She's
hiding from Agatha. I
Yeah.
spend the whole day actively trying to avoid sight lines.
So yeah, every time the others see her enter a room, she like looks around, and then because she doesn't see Rigori, she will sit down next to some people. She'll probably sit down next to Conduit, next to Kyle, because you cheated on the test together.
Hey, Agatha. So where are you from?
Canada, like I said.
What part of Canada?
Quebec.
Yeah, I think that's what she says without any hint of a French accent or French Canadian accent.
So you're
Quebec.
bilingual.
No, I just know how to speak English.
And
Where are you
Shadow.
from?
Here. It's outside of town a little ways.
Cool. I just arrived in town this weekend. I just moved here. I mean, I have heard there's a thing called movies that you like that people here see a lot more than in Canada.
You don't have movies in Quebec? Oh, well, you
They're
only speak
all-
English. They're probably in French, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Do you want to go see one?
Yeah,
No,
that'd be
I
great.
haven't really
Like,
gotten a chance to see many movies either. I'd love to go.
Sure.
Oh no.
Okay. What? I mean, I haven't seen a movie. Do you want to pick which one? She's looking at Kyle.
and what kind of movie? What are you into? Like, what kind of stories do you like?
Ooh. Is there something like horror-y? That sounds fun.
Sounds
We
like a
talk
good
about
date
going to
to
the
me.
movies over here.
Yeah. You just pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, movie night. I'm just like
Yeah.
pointing around the.
I look around for Greg to see if I can.
Yeah,
see him.
Gregorius.
Nope.
Maybe he's in line for lunch. I don't see him.
Yeah, we'll ask him later.
Oh,
If
you
he
know
wants to go to the
Grigori?
movies. We know Greg.
I think isn't Grigori his real name? Is like
Yeah,
Dark Magician Greg is his.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
registered-
he introduces himself as Greg.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't go by Grigori.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the teachers.
I meant Greg. Greg. So yes, I met him before school.
Can I?
Pierce her
Look-
mask.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can.
All right. 9.
Okay.
Ask one question.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Questions. I got to figure out a way to bend them to what I want to do. Because,
Yep.
like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no like ulterior motive delving here. It's just you were lying just now.
I mean, what are you really
Yeah.
planning? Could be one, or how could I get your character to tell me the truth? Is the other one? I think.
Yeah. I think we'll go with that second one. Like, how can I get your character to tell me the truth? Like, what do I have to say to be like, no, you're not from Canada. It's awful
You're
dark
from
in
Shadow
Canada, isn't it?
Yeah. No, the thing with like you're putting the pieces together. Like, okay, she knows Greg, and we know what's up with. Or at least you know a bit more of what's up with Greg. I think was it you or Liv we told stuff to.
Everyone knows I'm from the shadow dimension.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
we
told
know about
stuff
your
to Greg,
I
dad.
think-
but-
You know.
Yeah.
I think if you tell her that you already know everything what's up with Greg and are cool with it, then she'll probably be a lot more open.
I'm like, oh, you know, Greg, are you? I mean, did you guys? Are you from the same you know,
Canada.
Yes, we're both from Canada.
start making shadow puppets on the.
Oh, know about that?
I mean, it's kind of hard to miss.
I didn't know
When,
we told anyone.
I mean,
And you're fine with it? You don't
he,
want to like? You
he,
didn't try to?
he steps out of shadows. Like it happens. You can see it. It's kind of hard to miss.
You didn't lynch him, or try to burn him at stakes, or
What is this? The 1700s?
I mean,
I think your current events are a little dialed back there, Agatha. No, like we
Ooh,
embrace the
okay.
uniqueness that is Greg.
Yeah.
Joe,
Just not everyone does though.
she was
So-
she was thinking about just standing up and announcing it to the lunchroom.
I am a dark magician.
Yeah.
No,
She's like, oh, okay,
we,
she does
as
it.
in people here. Everyone else,
yeah.
not so much. We.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
We're all weird.
You're from the Shadow Realm. Oh,
No.
from the
No. We're just weird in different ways.
one of the teachers like gives you a look as she stops herself from speaking too loudly. You say, oh well, kids being kids. Yeah, Greg's my brother. Greg.
Hmm.
Mm.
He didn't mention his sister was in town.
I just arrived this weekend and we went shopping together. It was fun. Now I want to see a movie. And, I heard
Okay,
about a thing called a roller coaster. Do you have one
We need
nearby?
to work on what is okay to say out loud and what's not, Agatha. Roller coasters are all good. That's not a secret. It's all okay.
No, I just we're talking quietly about, the blackness between the stars. So I thought we should.
Blackness between the stars.
Yeah.
That's just space.
How much did he tell you about the Shadow Realm?
Apparently
I don't
not
know
as
how
much
much-
as we thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get to it later. It'll take a while. It's fine. You're not in any imminent
mean-
danger.
Imminent danger.
Just a general danger.
You get used to it.
So
Greg, and I'm like yelling for Greg to come over. Like,
We don't know where he is, but we're yelling his
can't
name.
hide
Greg,
forever.
are you even in the
Greg.
room, or have you just like, oh, she's here having lunch? I guess I'm not having lunch today.
I guess I'm eating in the courtyard.
Is the courtyard like the sunniest place? So you're like, listen, she can't come out of a shadow here, so we're good.
I'm pretty sure if you look out the lunchroom window, you can see into the courtyard.
Yeah, definitely.
You look around Greg and you look through the window. I'm sitting on a bench in the courtyard by myself with like a sandwich.
So does like the rest of the group just come marching over to you, or is it just one person?
I want it to be
Yeah, I
all
think-
of us so bad because we
think
don't
we're
know.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
good with
definitely
that.
walking out there with Agatha being like, Greg, you didn't tell us you had a sister. And she's so charming.
Thank you.
There's a bunch of us.
What do you
If
mean
I
a bunch
listed
of
all
you?
of my siblings, it would be a while.
I mean, there's not that many.
Do you-
There's just 5. You can fit it on one hand.
So do you all have titles?
Some of us. But I'm taking a gap year, so I thought I would visit and hang out. I just graduated from. She would probably say the name of your like dark magic high school.
El Shadow University.
Actually, she probably says something really quickly in like the black speech or something like that.
I just graduated from I'm not saying so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. And
just blink.
yeah, with honors, she says. I was almost valedictorian, but
Good for you, Agatha.
thank you.
Yeah. So we're planning on like a movie thing.
I have a heist.
What do you mean you have a heist?
I can't make the movie. I have a heist.
Well, we could
I
just
mean,
schedule it after the
Yeah.
heist.
I mean, Agatha, come with us, right? I mean, she's your sister. She's got to be pretty useful.
Please.
Put my arm
No.
around her.
No
Yeah.
evil magic.
I just lean over to Liv. It's like, looks like he likes the foreign girls.
Yeah. No fourth level spells or above, Agatha.
Okay. No fourth level spells or above.
At least fireball.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fireball.
Could really hurt someone.
Okay. I
Great.
think-
And then after the heist, we'll go for a movie and then find a roller coaster somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just make one.
Make a roller
We can do
coaster.
that.
Not like a good one,
I mean,
but you know.
we could go to a roller coaster and I could project a movie while we're riding.
You're a genius. This is why you're the
I-
leader.
I know.
You're the leader?
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
I think we'll end the
can I
scene
try
there.
to-
But it's
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Greg's not happy about these turn of events.
You're not happy one of your friends is just hitting on your sister.
Yeah.
oh, she is
It's more of the
receiving.
more of the presence of the sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So I think after lunch, you have regular classes where
Yeah.
Agatha tries to have whispered conversations with you all about what you've been up to, and she's like, oh, "Do you have superpowers?" She like probably goes up to Liv. It's like, "So, do you do any magic, or what do you do?"
I like this person. I think I just kind of tell her.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool. And then she's like you're in the middle of class, and she just like got out of her desk and walked over to talk to you, and in whispers. And so the teacher's just like, Agatha, I don't know how they do it in Canada, but here we don't usually get out of our desk in the middle of a class. Oh, sorry, teacher. And she goes and sits back down, and yeah, can't use her magic to send messages. Yeah,
What no sending?
school day ends.
School day ends. I'm gonna go rob Evil Incorporated.
Yep.
Yeah, we're pulling a heist.
So this is the first time we've seen your move, I think.
So Evil Incorporated is a corporate hero team because evil is their business, and they get like places hire them for like constant surveillance and protection. So like rich neighborhoods and stuff will hire Evil Incorporated to always be on the lookout.
So they're like half superheroes and half just private security.
Yeah, they're super private security.
Perfect. Then
Evil
Let's see what this goes
Incorporated.
like.
Yeah. So all the best stuff. I'm trying to steal caches of equipment for like computer and science
yeah,
scanny stuff.
say whose cast it is. If it is a hero's, roll with savior. It's a villain's, roll plus danger. They are a hero, it seems like you're saying.
Yes.
Roll with savior.
Got a 7.
Ooh.
You leave evidence that you've been here, but you still find a tool or useful intel. So, you were hoping to get some like tech scanners, scanning technology from
to
them.
look at the skeleton, to look at the pod pieces we found, to try to piece that together.
Yep, I think you can do that. What evidence do you think you leave behind that you were here? As you like, this wouldn't be. They wouldn't have a storefront because they're a private security company. So this is like their storage warehouse, which itself might have security on it. Like the thing I could
Footprints
imagine is
to guard
after you
stuff?
steal it, you're just seen by security and get away, but they've seen you.
Yeah, they know someone stole stuff.
Yeah, they know like a group of people, assuming that you're hiding your identity, broke in and stole some stuff, and we saw them running away but couldn't catch them.
Yeah, definitely on the lookout for
Group of kids.
a group of kids who broke into the warehouse.
Hmm.
The shadow powers that were supposed to hide us from the cameras went up Fritz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, as we go to break, I will ask, what movie did you pick that we go to? What movie's playing?
She
Oh.
asked for a horror movie.
Yeah. Got to think about this one. You know what? I'll blend my area of forte and the horror genre Alien. We went to see Alien. It was playing at like the Petty Theater. It was a revival of the show, yeah,
Mhm.
or the movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's go to break there. And we'll be back in a few minutes to see what's happening for Volume 4.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.